Can you get your patient portal up on your phone and like send it to
Sure,
Tommy
and I'm
or
not going
somebody?
to. Sure,
He's
absolutely.
never
I'm
doing
not-
that. He does not have a cancer
I'm absolutely
diagnosis.
not
There's
going to
0% chance he has one.
And you won't prove it?
No.
You won't
No,
prove it?
I'd rather
If-
you go ahead and print it.
If
Print
this
it.
is true,
Go ahead,
if
print
this
it.
is true, and you lied
Go
about
ahead,
cancer,
print it.
this is the biggest scandal on the
And
internet.
it's not, but go ahead and print it anyway.
Boogie can confirm that he has polycythemia vera, and he actually has like a doctor confirmation of the blood cancer. I'll throw $5,000 towards his medical treatment. I'll make that personal pledge right now.
Now, I did want to avoid covering this because this particular YouTuber has essentially been desperate for clout for many years. Many, many, many years. There's nothing more pathetic than a YouTuber who doesn't know their time in the sun is over. When you have 3-4 million subscribers and can't get 5,000 views on a video, it's time to go work for DoorDash. Simply put, Matt Jarbo, is a better example than Boogie2988. Now, this video isn't about his taking $10,000 to sell out his own viewers on a garbage crypto coin. This video isn't about the many lies that he's told over the years. This video isn't about just how pathetic his life has become, because other YouTubers have done a far more detailed job covering that, and they've done better at it than I could. Over the years, I've had an on-again, off-again frenemyship with Boogie2988. We've spoken several times. I've constantly gotten sucked back in to wishing the best for the guy, but now I simply cannot anymore. I don't care what happens to Boogie anymore whatsoever, and this will be the last video I make on him until he passes off into the next plane. Okay, this is it. Last night it was revealed, at least convincingly so, that he has been lying about a cancer diagnosis for the past 2 years to use his sympathy. Now, many people are reacting to this, rightfully so, with a extreme amount of anger, especially for those who have had their lives touched in a negative way about by cancer. And it's quite frankly just the latest in a long list of absolutely pathetic decisions done by a man who is quite frankly far too old to not know better. Let's get into this. I want to let everyone know this hate-filled, anger-filled rant video is sponsored by coffeebrandcoffee.com. It's my coffee company. We roast our own stuff. We fulfill our own orders. We're not some dropship outlet. We have real staff that is supported by you trying our coffee, which I think is the best on the internet. If you don't like the coffee, I'll give you a 100% money-back guarantee. We rolled out our brand new summer flavors, wildly popular last year, but we've amped up the flavor a little bit. Our blackberry cream and hazelnut churro are available in whole green and ground. I would love if you gave it a try. I'll leave a link in the description. Promo code TheQuartering to save. If you don't like flavored coffee, we have lots of other. We have some of the best dark roasts. Our silky dark roast is the best dark roast I've ever had. Our Ethiopian 002 is very, very good. We've got something for all coffee lovers. Now, last night, I don't know if this was live or this, was just playing out later. There was a live stream on a show called LolCow Live, which is essentially Daniel Keem of Drama Alert putting together some of the biggest losers on the internet. And as the internet sees them, that's not me passing judgment on them. I don't really know anything about half of these people that are on the show. Other than Boogie, I guess it has some guy, Wings of Redemption, who's got a lot of detractors. I don't think DSP's on it. I suspect Review Tech USA should be on this show. At this point, his life's become a disaster. But let's talk about Boogie. So Boogie has, for about 5 years now, been desperately holding on to a YouTube channel that people have, quite frankly, moved on from. He's had numerous scams and lies to try and use emotions to implore what fans he has left to give him their money. He's famously put out a documentary that humiliated him, which of course I believe he has a humiliation fetish. There's no doubt in my mind. A documentary in which they interviewed a lady of the night who spent the night with him, and it was so bad she quit the industry for good. This is a man that put out a video talking about how he's rich and he can finally do whatever he wants. And then 6 months later, put out a video begging his fans to give him $1. Okay. Daniel Keemstar has provided an update on Boogie 2988's well-being amid a recent alleged fake cancer diagnosis controversy. For those out of the loop, Boogie 2988 had been making headlines ever since a Kick streamer accused him of faking his cancer diagnosis. While reacting to the YouTuber's years-old video on X, the Nebraska native said, "He absolutely is lying. What a piece of garbage. Unless he posts something here to prove it wrong, he's faking it." Earlier yesterday, Keemstar confronted Boogie 2988 during a live podcast explaining why he believed the YouTube veteran had lied about his health when the political commentator said, quote, "When Boogie was talking about having polycythemia, he mentioned a couple of things that I thought were interesting. The first, that he was taking an exogenous hormone, TRT testosterone, that caused an increase in him in developing this condition. So taking testosterone will not cause you to develop cancer, not for this particular cancer." Following an interaction with Destiny, Boogie 2988 deactivated his official X account. On the same day, Keemstar provided an update on the 49-year-old's well-being, claiming that he wasn't having thoughts of leaving this planet and there was no need for wellness checks. He went on to say that the YouTuber agreed to test for cancer, which will be made available to the public. Well, here's the thing. Then that means he has been lying. Now, the excuse that they've made is that he had some sort of kind of pre-cancer thing. Here's the complaint. Boogie 2988, fake cancer drama. To the best of my knowledge, based on everything I know, he writes, Boogie went on steroids that could cause cancer in the blood years ago and was warned of the dangers. 2 years after he lost all his money in crypto, he went to the doctor and had high red blood cell readings indicating that he may have cancer blood. I don't know what I'm not a doctor. I don't really understand what that is. Before he got any confirmation, he rushed to make a YouTube video announcing that he had cancer. 2 years later, he still doesn't have any confirmation that he actually has cancer, but he's been telling everyone he does and use it for sympathy multiple times. Whether it was promoting his crypto scam or asking people to financially support him, lying about the cancer could be considered fraud. I mean, it is fraud. He is scheduled to get a confirmation test to see if he 100% has cancer. So ironically, even though he lied, he may still have it. Whole thing is extremely sad. Well, last night, Mudahar offered him $50,000 to prove, okay, this is a guy that is broke. All right, Boogie 2988 broke. Mudahar offered him, I believe it was $50,000 on top of Keemstar offering him, I believe, $10,000 simply to prove that he in fact had cancer. For a man that is dead broke, you would think, wow, what an incredible opportunity for an incredible win. Dunk on all your haters and get 75 grand. Didn't do it. Said that he has, of course, principles or something of that nature. You see, this is from Jim Mediker, Mr. Mediker, longtime internet, well-known in internet creator circles, has a very dedicated fan base who actually is suffering from cancer. Writing, he's actually being offered $80,000 now. Like I said on stream, it makes no sense not to take that money and be able to dunk on literally everyone who doubted you. Imagine the size of that W. There's no conceivable downside if he's telling the truth. I mean, yeah, I would say that, ultimately, this is not great. This is really, really bad. I think most people have had, cancer take someone in their life. I had a cousin who lost his battle to cancer at a very, very young age. In his 20s, he had colon cancer, went through almost, I think, 30 plus chemo rounds, an incredible, amount of it, trying to beat it, ultimately losing. And everybody's basically known somebody who, has lost the battle to cancer. And to kind of use that, the audacity to use that for clout is just diabolical.
2 years ago, you said that you had a cancer diagnosis, but now
I
you
did.
just said now they're doing a biopsy to check for cancer.
Confirmation.
Is this
Destiny.
house MD? Are we
Confirmation.
treating a blood cancer without actually confirming it yet? For 2 years, you've been having a cancer treatment without confirming there's actually cancer there?
Now, he has said that he's going to deactivate all of his social media. Of course, he did deactivate his Twitter, but did not deactivate his YouTube channel, which is a vital source of income for him. In fact, he uploaded a video a day ago. Let's just see how this is going. 3,000 dislikes, 800 likes. That's more likes than I would have thought. And most of the thing here, you see scamming people with crypto and faking cancer all within 30 days. Tragic, sad person. Lying about having cancer is disgusting. Delete your channel. Lying about cancer is evil, bro. I think you lied about having cancer. Sure, you have a lot of traveling. You sure do a lot of traveling for a guy who claims he's broke. I mean, there's falling on rough times. There's getting confused. There's beating cancer. There's thinking you had cancer mistakenly. But then there's using it as a shield. And I think anybody who's actually been around it is obviously extremely angry with him. At this point, I don't think Boogie can really sink any lower than where he is now. It's just a pathetic existence. It's pathetic that, people keep entertaining his shtick, his lies, his grift. It's sad that he ripped his fans off of $3 million plus in a crypto coin scam. It's sad that he's used cancer as a shield. He's used his upbringing as a shield, all this kind of stuff for his whole life rather than actually deal with real criticism. Absolute garbage human, being garbage. Buy some coffee from Coffee Brand Coffee. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you leave a like on it. We'll talk to you again real soon.